Salutations, everybody. It's your girl Shadara here, and I'm recording some of these Tarot 101 parts, one right after the other. So if you see me wearing the same fit, looking like the same bad bitch, it's because it's the same day, okay? I'm gonna just upload them probably a day after each other. Whatever. Okay, so this is Tarot 101 part 2. Okay, so we are going to be doing a mock reading, like a practice reading, you know what I mean? So how I'm gonna do it is so we got our cards. I'm gonna probably stand up so I can show you better. And I'm shuffling me cards. I hope it's not weird. Okay, so first things first, what's the piece, Uncle Phil? Pharrell. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to position. Please fucking ignore me. I'm gonna try positioning my camera so my computer doesn't cut itself off. Damn, how am I gonna shit, I'll figure it out. So how I shuffle my deck. Usually when you take the cards out and they're all in order and shit, what you need to do to shuffle your deck, you can shuffle your deck in any type of fucking way. Cut that shit. My hands are very small, so even shuffling this deck is hard because it hurts my fingers. So let me so you kind of go like that. That's one way you can do it. It took me forever to learn and properly do that. So I'm gonna shuffle my deck like that a couple times, and at this point I don't ask the question. I'm just shuffling to get them any type of way. Usually I shuffle them like this for like 3 times over, or however many times I feel I should, or I feel is necessary. And while doing this, I will turn the deck different ways if I feel compelled to. You don't have to do it like this. This is just how I shuffle my deck sometimes. I'm gonna show y'all how I shuffle my bigger cards too. That one's really easy. But yeah, usually if I can get them like this, this is the first way that I shuffle them. You ain't gotta do it like that. You could literally just start shuffling them this way. Because after I shuffle them that way, I shuffle them this way. And usually when I start shuffling the cards this way, that's when I ask the question for the reading. So that's how I shuffle my deck. I can't wait. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna be personal here for a second. I'm single, right? And I'm not just saying this because I'm crazy. I'm saying this because I'm single. I have baby hands. I cannot wait until I get a boyfriend. Get with my future husband, whatever. If he don't have big hands so he can shuffle my decks properly, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be honest. Ain't nothing wrong with anybody with small hands. Like I said, I got small hands. But that is something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. Is my future husband being able to shuffle my tarot decks for me. I just feel like it's exciting because it's something I really like to do. So it's a way for him to be involved in my activity. But so yeah, okay. So this is my newer deck. I can't got lotion on my hand. It hurts. These is premium quality cards. So all together, they hurt really bad. I can't do it like that. It hurts my fingers. So usually how I do it is I either just shuffle them like this straight away. We're not doing anything yet. Calm down. Calm down. Usually calm down. Calm down. I gotta remember it's midnight. People are trying to sleep. But usually I'll just shuffle them like this. I'll shuffle this like this. I'm not doing a reading. We're not doing a reading. Oh damn, that's what I was gonna bring up in the first video, was when it comes to shuffling decks, right? You'll have people who will shuffle until a card pops out. So if you're doing this for 5 minutes straight, why? What is the point of that? When literally all you gotta do is you ask the question. This is what I do when cards aren't popping out. I'll be like, okay, here's the question. Can you please explain? Let's see, give me characteristics of my future husband. Give me characteristics of my future husband. Okay, cards ain't coming out. We're gonna say I've shuffled a couple of times. Cards ain't coming out. Okay, so I'm gonna usually I'll shuffle it 3 more times. So I'll go 1, 2, no. We're gonna act like that didn't happen just for the demonstration. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, no cards popped out. So you take the first card off the top. That's all you gotta do, is you take the cards off the top and read them that way. And then if you feel compelled to shuffle them again, then shuffle them. You know what I mean? You do not have to wait for a card to pop out of the deck for it to be an accurate reading. That's something that I've noticed with a lot of newer tarot readers. You don't have to do that. That's not even, technically that's not how they started doing tarot and shit, you know what I mean? Oh, that's creepy, because I was hoping for 3 cards. So we're gonna go with this. It kind of goes with my who/what, are they, or whatever the fuck reading spread that I have. So let's give me their characteristics. So for the sake of the video, I'm gonna just do, damn, I wish you could see the cards, have them laid out. But you can't go no lower? No, please don't close the laptop. I don't have time for that. That ridiculousness. Okay, so that's probably why they put them in reverse. So this is how they came up off the floor. So for the sake of the video, we're gonna have them all upright. And please remember, every card, damn, can all the cards be in the fucking video? Thank you. Every card has an upright meaning as well as a reversed meaning. Okay? So for the sake of the demonstration, for the, for this, I asked, give me characteristics of my future husband. So we're gonna do it in the reading, in my spread that I made. I just had this as, I have this card as their best trait, the 2 of Pentacles, this card would represent their worst trait, and then the King of Cups would represent what makes them them, what makes them unique, how I would know it's them, right? So, and it's very hard doing readings on yourself. I'm going to be very honest, because most of the time you're way too close to the situation. I may have explained that already, but anyway. So, we're going to say for this instance, and sometimes when you do a reading, say you weren't following a spread, you could decipher, these just may be just 3 random ass traits that they have. This, you could pick up a lot from this just by the pictures, okay? 9 times out of 10, he has curly hair of some kind or some type of wave. He has a kink or a coil to his hair some way, somehow. He's probably black. He's self-assured about himself. With this King of Cups, he's in, oh, that's interesting. The Queen is what starts it. And then you have the King that ends it. So his best quality about him is that he is nurturing. He's very kind. He's in touch with his feminine side. We love a man who's in touch with his feminine side. His feminine and his masculine are, the only word I can think of is in sync. But you know what I mean? He's in touch with both of his sides. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it starts with the Queen, and then the first card is the Queen, and the last card is the King. And so the Queen is more feminine, and the King is, supposed to be more masculine. And then you have the 2 of Pentacles in the, oh my god, please don't click something I don't want you to click on. I'm on the trackpad right now, but, is because the 2 of Pentacles is in reverse. Oh my god, no, it's not, is in the middle. So the reason why, you could look at the pictures and go off of the pictures. You could go off of the vibes. I go off of both. You know what I mean? I love cards that have pictures like this. because it is easier for me to read and understand what the meaning of the card is, and it gives me a little bit more depth into the reading and more details into the reading for people. So he may be a water sign, and I say that because the suit of cups represents water. Now, people will feel like different suits of the tarot represent different elements, and they do. You know, Pentacles is supposed to be earth. Water is supposed to be cups is supposed to be water. Wands is supposed to be fire, and then swords is supposed to be air. How I view it is, for me, I always view wands as earth, just because like I think of wands, I just feel like they come from the earth type thing. Like, I don't know, I've always felt like wands represented earth for me. And everybody's different. Like I said, it does not have to be, well, it's this because on the internet it says it's this. You know, it's however you view it. So for me, Pentacles is fire. I don't really feel like Pentacles may be an element. But water for me, I always point that out when it comes to cups. Cups is water. Wands is earth for me. And then when it comes to Pentacles and swords, it doesn't really come up for me, because for swords, that's predominantly, I always put that with, you know, your mental. And then with Pentacles, it's more of abundance. So it's interesting. Everybody's different, you know what I mean? You don't have to say one suit is a certain element. You don't have to associate anything with the suits by any means. It's just feel it out for yourself, is what I'm saying, because every reader is different. Okay, so looking at this, I asked, what are the characteristics of my future husband? You know, Shadara's future husband. If you look at these cards, and I shouldn't have said anything in the beginning, but if you look at these cards and you just try to focus on them, and you try to damn, I wish I could zoom the fuck out. But you look at these cards and you just try to get the vibe of them, try to get the feeling, try to pick up on something. You know, even just by looking at them. You know, what can you tell from these cards? What would you say about these cards just by looking at them? You know, for me, the first thing I know is, like I said, ooh, and you have to look at the pictures and how they're aligned. And then we have the Two of Pentacles in the middle. It's just kind of like you put two and two together type thing. No pun, because we have the Two of Pentacles. But, you know, we have the Queen of Pentacles. She's facing this way. Hold on. She's facing that way, you know, like this way. The King of Cups is facing this way. And then the Two of Pentacles is in the middle. And I feel like it may be an overall thing of, like, what's his worst quote-unquote trait. He's always trying to balance and juggle both his feminine and, like it's like double meanings. I feel like he's trying to balance his feminine and his masculine sides. I'm not in a weird or a bad way or anything, but when I mean weird, I just mean, like, you know how people could be weird about, like, this for girls, like, why are you putting a social gender construct on a pack of fucking cards? You know what I mean? Like, what? Or an object that doesn't fucking move, like a rubber ducky. That ducky is a girl ducky because it's pink. You know, that's what I mean by weird. You know, it's no crazy shit. So, man, I digress. So when it comes to the Queen of Pentacles, like, just looking at the sequence of cards, that's one thing, you know, you don't have to look at, but that's one thing I always pay attention to when it comes to reading cards. I'm looking at the sequence. You know what I mean? It's like, not like they're not looking at each other, but it's like they're looking at both ends. And then there's this balance. He's able to balance his feminine and his masculine sides out. And, oh my gosh, look. The bunny is looking to this side. You know, that's the stuff that I pay attention to with these cards. And like I said, he has to be a water sign. I don't only say that because, you know, I said, you know, my future husband, and he, you know, King of Cups, you know, it doesn't have to have a gender construct when it comes to these cards by any means. If you feel like the King of Cups is still, you know, very feminine, then there's nothing wrong with that. You do what's best for you, and you do what calls out for you. So for me, with the King of Cups, he's I think of him as a he. He's very, he's more masculine, because I asked for a husband. That's why I said it, because the king is more masculine energy. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like, yeah, oh my God, they're talking to me about the reading. Okay, I just heard he has a softer side, and he's finding out his softer side. And looking at this, there are other things we can look into just by looking at the pictures. We haven't even gotten to the meanings of the cards that are like written out. So he could be the year of the ram, just because of this right here, the little goat. The year of the rabbit, just because the rabbit is here. Like I said, he can, like, you can even do it further, like maybe he really loves roses, or he loves the color red, or he has long hair, or he may wear glasses, just because on the King of Cups he has glasses, or his favorite color may be yellow, or things of that nature. He may like to garden, he may like stuff like that. He may love going outside, he may love nature, just because all these pictures seem to be outside. I think most of the tarot deck is outside, but anyway, so I digress. But sitting upon their thrones and stuff, and even looking at, like I said, maybe he really likes flowers, or really loves scenery, things of that nature. That's the stuff like you would look for. You don't have to purposely look for it. Like, well, this is in this card and it means this every time. No. It's like, if you notice in one reading, like, I just had a reading where I noticed a particular color in the reading, in the cards, in a sequence of cards, and I never paid attention to that color in any of those cards ever. But it ended up meaning something to that person. You know what I mean? It's not going to be the same thing every single time, So that's based off the pictures and the sequence of the pictures, like how the cards lay out. And if the cards pop out in a certain sequence, I try to keep them in that sequence, because obviously that sequence has a very specific meaning. But so when it comes to the meanings of the cards, he may be very, with the Queen of Pentacles, very nurturing, very loving, very gentle, just very, like, mother-like in a way, or very, maybe close to his mom, stuff of that nature. And then when it comes to the Two of Pentacles, and of course it's, we have two pentacles. So, and that's another sequence that I'll look for. Either numbers, like, oh, there's the two of this and two of this, or like I said, the Queen and the King. We have two Pentacles cards. So, to me, there's two cards of Pentacles. To me, I would think of that as, like, there's harmony and balance, especially with the Two of Pentacles. There's a harmony, there's a balance that we have here. And, I mean, that's what the Two of Pentacles essentially means as well, is there is a balance, being balanced. He's very balanced, it seems. Very level-headed. So, with the Pentacles, he has an abundance of stuff, or abundance of what, like, because like I said, to me, the Pentacles means abundance. Not in just wealth or materialistic means, but just abundance in general. So, with the Queen of Pentacles, he's very gentle. He has an abundance of being gentle. He's an abundance, of having a loving nature. With the Two of Pentacles, he's very balanced. And he has an abundance, of level-headedness. He was very blessed with these two cards, you know what I mean? And I feel like he's very nurturing and loving and everything. And that's going to be an abundance in our marriage. The Two of Pentacles, he's good at balancing shit out. He's probably the more level-headed of the two. And then with the King of Cups here, like I said, he may be emotional, because water is an emotional element. Cups is an emotional suit. So, he's very much, like I said, he's balanced. He has a level head. With the King of Cups, like I said, just because it's water, I think of a water sign. Now, not everybody's into astrology, or Western astrology. Like I said, I mixed, Eastern astrology, with, like maybe the year of the goat, or the year of the ram, or the year of the rabbit. And then Western astrology, Whereas, like he could be a earth, maybe a fire, probably either earth or a water sign, but I took it as a water sign because I asked for him. I feel like the King of Cups overall represents who he is, just because I asked for a husband. Now, if somebody is non-binary, it just goes by reading. They may be more in tune with their feminine or their masculine, or it depends on what you feel in that reading, what you feel is about them. Or if somebody is more in tune with their, they identify as a woman, but they're more in tune with their masculine, they could still be the King of Cups. You know what I mean? Or it just depends. It depends on what feeling you get, and I guess I want to keep saying vibes, but what feeling you get, what energy is present to you, and what that energy is telling you during the reading. So that's how I think about it. To me, that gender is a social construct. So there's no right or wrong when it comes to, well, the king has to be a man, you know what I mean? The queen has to be a woman, okay? And I hope I'm not triggering anybody by, I'm not being, people think of triggers as sarcastic. No, I'm being serious. I hope I'm not triggering anybody by talking about gender through this, but that is a big deal when it comes to tarot, just because you do have people who believe, oh, well, you're a woman, so that means you're looking for a man, you know what I mean? Or when it comes to a king, that's talking about a man. No, there's feminine and masculine energy, and you can identify as a woman, but are very, very much more in tune with your masculine energy, and are okay with being like, yeah, I know that's my masculine energy. So that's why I talk about it, because that's also very important when it comes to giving readings. Not everybody who identifies as a woman is going to be like, yeah, I'm the queen, you know what I mean? You're gonna have people who are also like, yeah, this is like I totally relate to the King of Cups. I totally relate to the kings. I totally relate to the Emperor. I've had readings where they called me the Emperor, not the Empress, and I know that's because I feel like my masculine energy is very overpowering. So I'm okay with that, you know what I mean? But there are some people who they will, just because that's boy because king, this girl because, you know what I mean? And that's something very important to take in. If you are not comfortable with shit like that, I personally feel like you should not be giving readings. If you feel like that's a boy because king, this is a girl because queen, you should not be giving tarot readings, because you're going to have everybody from every walk of life asking for a tarot reading. So if you are afraid of people from different countries that, or whatever the case may be, or, they don't look like you, and they don't, you're not used to things that you're not used to, and whatever the case, they aren't harming anybody. They are not hurting anybody. Why the fuck does it matter to you? You know what I mean? It's all about making people happy to me. So if you are not about that, and you are strictly like, no, this is this and that is that, you need to get the fuck off my page, first off. And second off, you should not be doing no motherfucking type of tarot reading ever in your motherfucking life. But I digress. Back to the practice reading. So, like I said, from the two cards, the Queen of Pentacles, obviously he's in touch with his feminine side. And he's very nurturing, he's very loving, he's very giving. He gives an abundance of himself in this relationship. And I feel like we flourish together because, look at this. He's able to take care of a garden. He's able to take care of himself. And I'm just looking at the greenery. This is what I'm picking up on the pictures. You know what I mean? And then, like, her hair. Like, there's different meanings in the cards, or different things you're going to pick up with if say that you gave a reading to somebody and the same exact cards came out, it's not going to be the same meaning, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be essentially the same, but it's different things are going to be pointed out, different things are going to be shown to me for this person. But in my case, these cards are telling me my future husband is loving, nurturing. He's able to water a garden and take care of things that he really cares about. And he's going to love me unconditionally. He's going to love me no matter what. I know the rabbit has some meaning other than, maybe being born in the year of the rabbit. I'm and that's something else that, I don't even know what rabbits may symbolize. People are into numerology, so the two can have a meaning when it comes to balance, and that's something I think about too. Is two means balance, and a lot of people will incorporate a lot of different things when it comes to their readings. So my husband can be very kind, very loving, very nurturing, very he's gonna have a lot of abundance, and he's gonna have a lot of strength. And the Two of Pentacles lets me know he's level-headed, he's balanced out. He that, and he, with this Queen of Pentacles, he loves himself. And that's something I fucking need, because I'm tired of fucking with dudes who don't give me, they don't match my energy, you know what I mean, by any means. But he loves himself, and he's nurtured himself, and nurtured, he's in tune with himself, he's nurtured himself, he's, he loves himself, and is ready for what is to come type thing, is ready to love me as well. The Two of Pentacles, he's balanced. He's probably way more level-headed than I am. And he's balanced about his money, because I just think of money, I think of Pentacles. Balanced about his money, and then the infinity symbol. This shit gonna be forever type shit. Like, that's what I'm picking up on in this reading. We have the stars as well on the Pentacles. The whites on her shoes. I mean, these are cute ass shoes. But the whites on her shoes are pointed out to me. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe he likes the color white, or something about the white shoes. Maybe he wears white shoes often. I don't know, but I never paid attention to this woman's shoes in this card, but for some reason the white shoes are pointed out to me right now. But anyway, so there's the mountains in the back, or the hills. I don't know. That could mean, I don't know, that could mean something as well. Whether you count the Black Hills, that's just really weird, because I actually used to live near the Black Hills. So, I'm going to ignore that for right now. I'm going to ignore that right now. So anyway, so, when it comes to, the Two of Pentacles, he's very loving. He's very, that's the Queen of Pentacles. Very loving, very nurturing. Two of Pentacles, very balanced, very level-headed. He's about his shit. He doesn't have to, he's probably he can multitask, probably juggle multiple things at one time. There's a lot of different meanings. It's just how you interpret it. And then with the King of Cups, I feel like represents him. I don't want to say the most, but it's just, I love how this reading came out. This is perfect, because it shows you the synchronicities of how things are when it comes to these readings. First thing I think of, like I said, with Cups, he's in tune with his emotions, and he's emotional, which there's nothing wrong with. And I love a man who can cry, and he's more than likely a water sign, and he's about his shit. Look at his stance. I don't know why, looking at this card, I think he's tall. Where the fuck did that come from? Maybe he likes seafood. I don't know. Or maybe he likes the color gold. There are different things, or maybe the color blue, but there are different things when it comes to looking at the pictures. That is why I like the cards that are drawn out, like with the pictures and everything, just because it's a little bit easier for me to pick up more detail on the reading, especially if it's about a person or something specific, you know what I mean? So maybe he wears glasses, like I said. He's probably black, just because all these characters, all these people in these cards are black. Curly hair, or some type of kink or coil to their hair. And I was gonna say they're all wearing a crown. I thought she was wearing a crown. But, he's wearing his crown, she's wearing her crown. And, maybe he likes jewelry. Maybe he likes dressing up. Maybe very sophisticated. But he's about it, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to King of Cups, it's like, he's the master of his emotions. And he's very, I'm saying the master of his emotions, made me feel like as if I was saying he was, like, oh my gosh, what's that word? Manipulative. I don't think that by any means, because the Queen of Pentacles would not have came out. I just think he's just a master of his emotions. Like, he's very in tune with his emotions. He's very, like, I just heard, like, he's like fine wine type thing. You know what I mean? That's very masculine. Something about his chin. But it's like looking at them. It's interesting because both of the women are looking down. I just noticed that they're looking down in the same direction. They're looking at the same fucking thing. Oh my god. They are looking at the same pentacle. So that can mean something as well. They have, you know, me and him may have the same goal. You know, or he's after the same goal he's trying to achieve, you know what I mean? Because they're looking at the same pentacle. That's very, very interesting. They are about to say, you know, we may be very in common. We may, you know, I'd hope we're in fucking common if he's my fucking husband. But, so that's what I'm taking from this. And just because, you know, I want to make sure that I have all the right, everything right for the cards, I'm going to look up the King of Cups. Oh, that's weird. The page literally just turned to a picture of the King of Cups. The King of Cups meaning's not even on this fucking. Okay, so that's definitely him. Definitely him. So, you know, when you're giving a reading, and damn, can I get to a fucking card? Okay, where's the meanings of the fuck? Okay, we got the swords, we got the pentacles. Cups, okay. Oh, god damn. King of, oh, that's the King of Wands. Fuck. Okay, this, usually when you're looking in the book, for the terminology and everything that has to do with the cups, it's going to, usually the suits will go backwards. So it's going to start with the king, queen, knight, and then the page. And then from there, it's going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's how all of them are. Except for the major arcana. Now, major arcana cards, damn, why didn't I talk about this in the first video? Major arcana cards are very important, and they do have deeper meanings. I love major arcana because they are very, very big. They are very meaningful. They mean a lot of shit. And I feel like if you get major arcana cards, it's giving you, like, this is the overall. Like, this is a big thing. This is a big feeling. This is a big mood type shit. And then the cards, you know, they're in the cups, pentacles, swords, and wands. They help clarify. Like, they give more detail to a reading. That's how I've always viewed them. So the King of Cups is calming. And their cup is brimming with love and compassion. They draw strength from treating others with tenderness and kindness, and they're truly in touch with all their emotions. They're the kind of person who you feel perfectly at ease with because their presence is sincere and accepting. If this indicates a relationship, you're finally fully able to let down all your walls and feel comfortable and loved by this person. If the king is you, you're doing a beautiful job as a friend and confidant. So be proud. So yeah, the King of Cups, very loving, very charming. Like I said, very gentle. Like, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups are, you know, very much in common. He's in tune with his emotions. He's aware of his emotions. He's aware of himself. Just like with the Queen of Pentacles, she's, you know, very nurturing, very loving. She loves herself, and she's taking care of herself so she can help take care of others type stuff. So that's what, you know. And this is okay. So I keep going, but this is stuff like you'll pick up on in readings as well. So you see here, hold on, let me get to this one. This color, like I said, the black, you know, I don't know if that's like the hills or the shrubbery, but it looks like black hills of some kind. And then we have the black hills here, right? And then we have these hills or mountains in the background, and they're blue. And then, you know, there's the hills or the mountains in the background. And, you know, this background is blue. And then we get to the King of Cups, and it's blue. It's like the same blue is carried throughout. So you'll see synchronicities like that, and you'll see that's very common in readings. So that's stuff to look forward to. That's stuff to look for in readings, because I feel like it's very, very important. But yeah, so how do you interpret these cards? What to you when you look at these cards? If I turn this shit off, you may be able to see them better. When you look at these three cards, what would you say are? What would you say? Um, how does this shit got to do with my future husband? What would you say about him? What would you say, like, oh, I pick up this from these cards, or intuitively, blah blah blah, you know, what what would you say about it? I'm trying to fix the fucking. Hi. Um. So that is that when it comes to the cards. So, how did y'all feel about that when it comes to looking at the cards, speculating the cards? And that's just upright. So with reversed, you could see a lot of things too. If you look at the King of Cups in reverse, oh my god, this fucking. If you look at the King of Cups in reverse, he's way over in his head and his emotions. Because of this water, it would be coming down. You know what I mean? The Two of Pentacles as well. Two of Pentacles in reverse. What would you interpret that? Okay, bitch, can you focus? It looks like it's interesting because this Two of Pentacles in reverse, to me, it looks like these pentacles are out of whack. Like she don't know how to like the string that's going around them is like it's loose. But if you look at it upright, it doesn't necessarily. It looks like. Can you focus, bro? Ma'am, excuse me, dude. The loop around the string doesn't look as loose. It doesn't look, you know. So if you look at it backward, you know, upside down and in reverse, you know, there's a lot of shit that it just seems kind of off. It seems like things ain't, you know, even with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You know, what would you say about it being in reverse? What would be some things that you pick up on this in reverse? It's like the greenery on the bottom looks like it's not tended to or it's not taken care of. Like, it's interesting when cards are in reverse and you're looking at them. It's like they tell a whole different story. Because when she's upright, this is beautiful. You know, everything is as it should. It doesn't look crazy. It doesn't look all over the place. But in reverse, it looks like shit. What the fuck? Like, that shit overgrown. You know what I mean? There are things to be tended to. So, cards, different, like, the same card can have a bajillion different meanings in different readings. So, you know, and sometimes when you're pulling cards, you're going to different readings, you cleanse the space, you cleanse the cards, you cleanse the area, and it's just like, damn, this is the card for the fucking day, bitch. What is going on? So, don't be surprised when stuff like that, you know, comes out with the cards as well. So, from the three cards, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the King of Wands, describe to me, looking at them, what you would say. Who is my future husband? What is he, you know, what is he about? Like, what are his traits? What is, you know, what do you pick up on within the cards? You know what I mean? When it comes to my future husband, just from those three cards. And then, you know, sometimes you'll have it where it's like you need a clarifier. Excuse me. Some people will pick cards that are from a completely different deck when it comes to clarifiers. So say, like, I just could not figure out what the fuck this Two of Pentacles meant. Damn, what the hell is Two of Pentacles meant? You know, you can either get the same deck, or I would get the same deck because it's flowing with the same energy at this point. But there are some people that are like, okay, can you please clarify the Two of Pentacles for me? Can y'all please clarify the Two of Pentacles in this reading? Oh, the Sun. Okay. So, you know, damn, it's funny because you place the Sun down and it's like they're looking up at the Two of Pentacles. She's looking down at them. So, with the Sun card, oh yeah, and then people will read the bottom of the deck, and then people will read the top of the deck as well. That's up to you. Bottom of the deck usually will be like the overall feeling of the reading. For me, a lot of times I notice that the bottom of the deck is it can be different in every reading. So a lot of times it will be like the overall feeling, like the current feeling of the person getting the reading, and then the top will be like a future feeling, like, you know, this is how it could probably end up, or, you know, things of that nature. Like it can change, but you don't have to read the top at the bottom of the deck. And this is one thing I don't know why people knock on their decks. I feel like, and this is something that I'm just speaking from being on TikTok, that's something I notice people will do, and it's like shit will spread and people don't even know what the fucking origin of it is. And I know I could just Google it, which I'll probably do after the video, but when it comes to like knocking on the deck, is it help getting that energy through? But I'll see people didn't used to, people that I never saw knock on the deck. As soon as like a person who their TikToks are like always on somebody's For You page, like knocks on the deck, they'll be like, okay, and I'm like, do you know what the fuck that does? Like, you don't have to do it because you see somebody else do it. You know, if I don't feel comfortable knocking on my deck, I don't feel comfortable hitting my cards. Yes, I had a reading where I was like, I don't fucking make this shit up, but you know, that was the energy. But I can't knock on my deck. It just feels weird to me. I don't like the energy of knocking on my deck. Every reader's different. You don't have to do it because you saw somebody else do it. But so going back to clarifying this Two of Pentacles, you know, with the Sun, with the Two of Pentacles, you know, it's just the future's bright. I mean, the Sun, there's two of them in this card. There's two sitting there with the Sun, and it's just, he's balanced. Like, even if I didn't say it, he's balanced. He's very loving. He's very, you know, he is the light of my life type shit. So if I ask this deck, I wonder what they're going to say. And you can do that too. Can you please clarify this Two of Pentacles? Can you please clarify this Two of Pentacles in this reading? Please clarify this Two of Pentacles. Oh, it looks like a card was flipped over. Please clarify this Two of Pentacles in this reading. And it is easier when cards just pop the fuck up. Oh my god. That was... Bruh. It is easier when cards pop the fuck out at you, okay? But they don't have to for you to get an accurate reading. Two of Swords in reverse, Knight of Cups, Seven of Wands, Justice in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil. So all of these cards are, you know, could tell me the same thing as the Sun card. That's what I mean by this deck is blunt as fuck. A two comes up again, synchronicities. Two of Swords for this Two of Pentacles. Okay, Two of Swords in reverse. The Two of Swords upright is you're stuck between two decisions. You have to make, there's a decision to be made, right? So upright, for me, I feel like there's not a decision. There's nothing, like, they're the one. There's nothing to be stuck between. The Devil, letting go of some type of attachment. It could also mean like, bitch, you about to get attached, like you about to be clingy type shit. You know, you ain't gonna want to let them go type shit. But again, there's the two there, the synchronicity. The Page of Pentacles in reverse, which another pentacle. I feel like it's like they're not gonna be selfish. They're not gonna be just about their own shit. Like, you know, oh, they're gonna take you into account. Justice in reverse. Obviously, there are gonna be some hating ass bitches. People are gonna be like, well, see, there's not gonna be you see that? Justice, and it doesn't look balanced. Like, keep saying the shit about to be balanced. Like, people are gonna be hating and shit, but I feel like there will not be an imbalance. And that could be I'm tired right now, so I'm kind of half-ass reading, to be honest, because it's just like, you know, practice is not, you know. And let me know what you pick up from the cards. Like, well, I think in this sequence it means this, you know. You don't have to answer. I'm just saying. And the Seven of Wands, there's a lot to be worked, you know. Oh shit. And the Knight of Cups, which goes into, um, hoping to fill my cup, hoping to, bring love into this. And he gonna work hard at it, even if it's not, even if he feels like it's not even type shit. But the sun is like, to me, these kind of say the same thing. But so that's why some people will be like, okay, let me get my clear fucking blunt ass deck to be a clarifier in this reading because I don't have time, I'm not trying to play games type shit. But when it comes to, how did y'all feel about that? When it comes to reading the cards, when it comes to reading the energy, when it comes to figuring stuff out and thinking about what things may be, how did y'all feel about it? What did y'all pick up on? What things do you feel like I missed, or what ideas do you have? Because I love hearing that. Like, sometimes when I give myself a reading, and my little sister's there, she's like, wait a minute, but this could also mean da 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 da, and I'm like, damn, shit, I didn't even think about that. So, it's really, I love how it works. I love hearing other people's input on readings and what they may think things may be. I mean, oh my gosh, it actually flows. It's very interesting because there's two of something in each fucking card. So we're very balanced. I could totally see somebody either being like soulmates or twin flames. I couldn't even remember I'm tired as hell, bro. But tell me what y'all think in the reading, because even if you had the cards facing each other, they're looking at each other essentially type thing. But how they came out was how they're supposed to come out. Excuse me. But yes, so if there's anything, that's all I can think of as of right now. In the next part we'll go over reading things in reverse meanings. So this was reading cards in their upright, and that was only 3 cards, and I'm glad it's only 3 cards because especially if you're a beginner when it comes to tarot reading, trying to put together more and more cards can be difficult. But let me know what y'all think. Please tell me things that y'all want to learn or things that you're hearing about. Like, hey, did you hear this? Like, can you touch on this? Can you do that? Like, what would you do with this? Like, why do people do this? And I'll try answering y'all. I won't try. I will answer y'all's questions to the best of my ability. You never gotta do research on it. So, just let me know what's up. I thank y'all so much for watching. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a fantastic day or night. Please take care of yourself. Take care of others. And I think that's it. But yeah, just please comment and let me know, like, what did y'all pick up on from those 3 cards? What did y'all think with the Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and then the fish? Really? Maybe he swim. I don't know. He can breathe underwater. I'm just playing. And the King of Cups. That's what he's called. But yes, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. And yeah, bye.